Hello friends, Deo here, and I just want to update you on some stuff that's been going on in the Rogue Nightmare development. Um, Pretty much I've been working on the inventory system. Wow, I'm dying like a lot. Oh, there's a thing. Okay, and as you can see, I've added, I don't know if my mouse cursor is showing, but in the bottom right corner of the gameplay area, you can see like a little HP thing. This is the character's hit points. It's not meant to look good or anything right now. But now when you pick up treasures, instead of just it saying you got a treasure, you actually get a treasure. Right now there are only potions in the game, but as you can see it says you scored a mug of Rooibos, and I can actually use these items. There's a menu button. I'm playing with the gamepad now. It's completely navigatable with the gamepad, the keyboard, or keyboard and mouse. Mouse only controls have not been created yet. That'll probably be like the last thing I do. But yeah, so let's go ahead and try using this mug of Rubus. You'll see it has question marks for the description. Just like classic rogue and classic roguelikes, the descriptions for items will not be apparent at first. So in the case of these, the teas work like potions. All the potions are named after different types of tea. Though I guess rooibos is not technically a tea, but things that people generally consider tea. And you'll either have to use them. So in this case, quaffing a tea will let you figure out what it does. Or there will be ways to identify it, like identify scrolls or whatever, which will, have their own flavor in this game and not be necessarily a scroll, since this will have like a more modern setting than those kinds of fantasy games like Rogue. But anyway, so let's click it. I got 10 HP. My inventory is empty now. Let's try to sneak through here. Still a lot of enemies. I have 8 HP now. Oh, I got more Rooibos. Good. So I can show you. Now you can see it says it's a tea that restores 10% of your HP. That refers to your max HP, so it'll give me 10 because my max HP is 100. There we go. I have 18 HP now. Let's see. Ooh, I got some Darjeeling. Let's try this. 20 HP. Okay. Not very interesting. Let's see if I can sneak in here with all these apathies. I'll try to go around back here. They're coming straight at me. I'll just go beat this one up. Oh, it died in one hit. That one did not. Oh, these are lethargy. Which one's apathy then? I thought the red ones were apathy. Maybe the green ones are apathy. Oh, I got a Keyman. 1 HP. That's kind of like the dud. They're actually, the items do have rarity. Wow, I got 2 Keymen. The more rare, there are like, I think 6 or 7 rarity classes. And the things that restore 1% HP are, I think, yeah, I've used everything. So I had 2 of the 10%, 2 1%, and 2 20%. But the Keymans are, well, what was Keyman there was in the kind of like uncommon rarity. Okay, there's nothing over there. The lighting is like really messed up now. I didn't change anything about it, but it's just suddenly like being really weird. Whoa! Where did you guys come from? Well, I'll beat up this lethargy, beat up this apathy. Yeah, I guess apathy is green now. I don't know how that happened. Well, then that makes sense that I'm not defeating all these lethargies in like one hit every time. Apathies will be a lot easier to destroy in one hit. Wow, I can't believe they're the green ones. But okay, as you can see, these are totally different names than there were last time. So gunpowder, oh, quite foul. I don't know what my HP was before. I'm guessing it was 82. But there are potions that can hurt you in this game, which makes it risky to just drink potions when you don't have a description. The ones that hurt you are a little rare. but you can still run into them quite easily, as you see. The Dansong, 40 HP, nice. I want to get one that has the same effect as one before. 10 HP, okay, and last time that was what? I don't remember. Matcha, Darjeeling, something. Anyway, it's Oxysucha this time. Don't know if I said that right because I think that's like I have no idea what language that is. I forget. I don't, but I named these all after real teas, and I did a little bit of research to put in some teas other than just the ones I knew because I wanted to use teas from all around the world instead of just like Japan and China because it's like all the kinds of teas I knew. But you can see that that is the one that restores 10% HP this time, which was not how it was last time, because the names will be shuffled every time you enter the dungeon. And as you know, in this game, you're pretty much like repeating the same nightmare. Well, you're not repeating the same nightmares. Every time you go to sleep, you have a nightmare, and that's the dungeon portion of the game. And each time you go in, you will be leveled down to level 1. Your knowledge about the items will go away, and so you won't have these descriptions anymore because all of the items will be shuffled. So what gave you 10% HP last time will not be the same as what gave you 10% HP the time before. If you've ever played classic roguelikes or the game Rogue, this is largely modeled after Rogue and not all of the roguelikes that spawned after that. Because this is also intended to be sort of like an introductory game that I don't want to make it too complicated with all kinds of like classes and stats and stuff like that. There will be a lot of random elements, but the gameplay itself will be very simple. Let's see what this does. 1 HP. Man, I'm getting a lot of those. I usually like never find those ones. I think that's everything. So there's not any like elevators or any like weapons or anything yet, but we do have the items. And so you won't know what the items are next time you go in, but there will be things, unlike original Rogue, where each gameplay session was completely separate from the last. Because there is an ongoing story outside of the dungeon, you will be able to carry over some things. There will be skills that you can learn, and you will be able to remember your skills. I'm still deciding on some features. There are features that are questionably planned, like should you be able to keep some items between your runs. I'm not sure. And you will also be able to befriend people while you're awake. And when you've become good enough friends with somebody, you'll like link souls with them, and then their soul will travel with you into the dungeon in your dream. Essentially, you'll have those people show up in your dreams because you're such good friends with them that now you have dreams about them. Except they're going to be in your nightmares, but they'll be helping you out. And essentially, you'll be able to equip these friends and power them up, and they will not lose their power like you do between nightmares because they are not the ones having the nightmares, and they're based on your relationship with that person, which of course is not going to go away just because you go to sleep or wake up. And another questionable feature that may or may not be included. Right now it is planned. It's part of the design, but there are some features that are part of the design, but they're like, got big question marks by them because I'm not sure if I want them in the final game or not. Like if they seem like kind of overwhelming or overcomplicated the game, then they're gonna be taken out. But is that the various demons that you come across, you will be able to purify them and essentially get them like pets. They won't be really like familiars. They're not going to be, they're going to be more like an equipment, kind of like how you're equipping your friends. They'll give you stat boosts and special abilities and things like that, but they're not going to be walking around the dungeon with you. The main reason I'm not doing that is because this is a first-person game, and it would just be really annoying to try and manage 2 characters alongside you walking around. So you will be essentially one party walking in the same body, and you will be able to use abilities from your friends and pet purified demons. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to call them yet. But you'll be able to use abilities from all of them. Oh, cool, I saw this. And yeah. So that's just some stuff that's planned for the game, which I really did not mean to ramble about all of that. I was going to talk about the enemy AI and describe the difference between the three enemies, the red, blue, and green ones that you see here. They don't have different artwork or anything yet, but they do have three very different AIs. You've probably noticed that the blue ones kind of all congregate in one space and don't move, and that's because their AI is not finished yet. But they're doing what I want them to do. They're just doing it in a very weird way. That's not what they're actually going to do. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about all that stuff in detail this time because I decided I'm just going to kind of keep this to one thing. But then I already talked about all that like planned features or whatever. I mostly want to talk about the inventory system and how it works. The inventory menu can be loaded by pressing a menu button, and the entire menu is going to be here. It won't be just inventory, or perhaps there will be a sub menu before this asking if you want to go to inventory or what, but probably just everything will be on one menu. There's not going to be too many other options besides your inventory. When you get skills and things like that, they will be on here too. And you'll be able to set a few hotkeys, though you don't have to play with hotkeys if you don't want to, so the controls will still stay fairly simple. Right now you still have movement controls, back and forth. And then to interact with most things, you just walk straight into them, like fighting the monsters. And now there is a menu button and a accept and cancel button. And there will be a map button, but exactly how maps are going to be implemented, I still have not decided. There either will be the map opening up as you walk around, so each time you walk into a room, it will be added to your map. Or there will be no map at all unless you find a rare map item, or you'll just get maps for everything. But I really don't think I want to do it that way, so it will probably be one of the first two. Most likely there will be no map unless you find the map items, or gain a mapping skill through the daytime story segments. But yeah, I've already talked a while, and I'm going to end this video now by letting you guys listen to some work in progress music that the composer for this game has been working on. Also, I want to show you that you can't die right now. Like, I have 2 HP as 0, and I can just keep getting attacked. Anyway, so here's some music. There's about 6 tracks that are pretty well into progress. No, I'd say about, or I said 6, yeah, 6. 5 or 6 that are well into progress, and a couple that are just started. They're all music for exploring the dungeons, and I would say I'm going to let you listen to one of my favorites, but they're like all my favorites. They're composed by my friend Joseph Dico. Yeah, just take a listen. It's pretty cool. This is just a preview of the music. It's going to be a bit different in the final game and everything. But yeah, thanks for watching.